เพราะเหตุนั้นแลบุคคลพึงคบบัณฑิตผู้มีปัญญาเป็นพหูสูตรเอาการเอางานมีศีลมีวัดห่างไกลจากกิเลสและเป็นสัตบุรุษเปรียบดั่งพระจันทร์คบอากาศอันเป็นทางโคจรแห่งดวงดาวฉะนั้นเจริญพร
Sadhu. Okay, that was a lot. I'm going to do my best to translate. So our Venerable who was doing the wisdom talk is Venerable Note. When he started, he wanted to rejoice in the merits of our patrons. We had a food offering patron and a robe offering patron. With regards to today, the wisdom that he wanted to share, he actually started off with it being short. It's actually not, but it's a very good wisdom talk. He talked about the 38 blessings. So last Sunday, we talked about the first blessing, which was do not associate with fools. So today he wanted to talk about blessing number 2, which is to associate with the wise. And what does that mean? So who is someone who is wise? What does that even mean? So the Venerable says that a wise person is someone who has a bright mind, someone who has a right view, a person who is aware, a person who has wisdom, and a person who knows what is right and what is wrong. Again, a person who has right view, a person who knows what is merit and what is demerit. So basically, what's the difference between the two? It can be anyone, a wise person. It doesn't have to be someone who's educated. It can be an uneducated person. A wise person can be a farmer. A wise person can be your teacher. A wise person can be a relative. It can be anyone in general. But someone who has a bright mind and who's good. So the Venerable says that even if you're educated and you're a professor, that doesn't always mean that you're going to be wise, because you can be a doctor but yet do bad things and not really have a happy soul, essentially, or wanting good things for people. That's not a wise person. A wise person doesn't want to do bad. A wise person only does good, and a wise person cultivates perfection. So in other words, a wise person is someone who stays away from bad and cultivates good deeds and also cultivates awareness. So when it comes to a wise person, generally these are people who will take on the precepts, they'll meditate, they'll want to do good deeds. These are characteristics that are good and essentially will help point you into the direction of this person being wise. And that makes sense. They're going to want to do things that are going to cultivate themselves to make themselves better. Again, it's someone who observes precepts, which is something that we did earlier by initiating the 5 precepts, meditate, and then someone who does good. So this is a wise person, someone who tries to cultivate brightness in their mind. They think good, they do good, they speak good. They try to cultivate merits for themselves. This is a wise person. Again, they think good, they try to do merit as much as they can, they speak well, they speak the truth, they're honest. When they say they're going to do something, they do it. They do good, meaning they're trying to cultivate good deeds for themselves. So this is actually a characteristics of a wise person as well. A wise person is also someone who, and this is something that you can pay attention to see for yourself when you meet people, and even yourself. A wise person is someone who will have gratitude. They'll have gratitude for people who've helped them. They'll have gratitude for their parents. This is actually a foundation of a good person, is to have gratitude. Also, they will have the precepts. They'll be someone who will abide by the precepts. They won't want to lie. They won't want to harm people. They won't want to do bad things to their body, such as put intoxicants in their body, because they're wise people. They know not to do these things. So these are things that we want to cultivate and pay attention to. There are also people who want to seek and have more virtuous friends, because it's going to help them stay in the course as well. So these are characteristics of a wise person. When they see someone who's not doing good or who's in a dark place, they're going to try to help them where they can. They'll do their best to be a friend. They'll be compassionate. They'll also be the type of people who will point you to do good deeds. They'll share it. They'll influence you. They will encourage you. This is a sign of a wise person. They're going to want to share ways to help cultivate good deeds, for you to help cultivate good deeds, and they'll share it, and they'll encourage you and point you in that direction. So this is also a sign of a wise person. In addition to that, they'll be responsible. They're not going to want to create suffering or harm to other people. They know that this is not the way, so they'll actually work really hard to pay attention and not hurt or harm other people or do things that will create any form of suffering. In addition to that, they always will try to do the right thing. They'll be honest. They don't gossip. They'll be someone who adds value into the world and into their life. Again, these are signs of a wise person. If they are criticized, they will listen. They will not be mad. Instead, they will use the criticism to internalize and reflect and try to better themselves. This is a sign of a good person or a wise person. They'll be patient and they will be persistent in whatever it is that they've been criticized to be better. So they'll take criticism and try to become better from that and not be upset with the criticism. So the Venerable says, when you have a wise friend, listen to them, learn from them, let them be an example. Be sure to educate yourself as much as you can when you have a wise friend, and use them as an example and be inspired by them, essentially. So the Venerable said there's two types of wise friends. You've got people outside your life, people who are good examples. Maybe they're happy, they're doing good things, they're inspirational. You're looking at them and they seem like someone that you might want to be, and that's good too. But then there's the wise friend that's within, internal. And so the Venerable says, who is this person who's a wise friend that is within? Well, this wise person is you. So pay attention to yourself. These things that we're talking about and sharing, are you implementing these qualities? And if you're not, try to internalize and try to see how you can. Try to see how you can brighten your mind, how you can try to cultivate more brightness within you and internalize and have more wisdom. So look at yourself in terms of, are these qualities that I meet? And if they're not, what am I lacking and how can I improve myself? So essentially, being a wise person for yourself means cultivating good deeds, observing morality, and having awareness. Because when you have awareness, you can see that these things that you're being taught makes sense and it's wise and it's something that you actually want to do for yourself. Because in the ultimate goal, we need to realize that there are two things when you associate with fools or virtuous friends. A fool is someone who is like living with your enemy. They're going to bring you down the roads of ruins and more than likely into an unfortunate state of mind. A virtuous friend, on the other hand, will do the opposite. They are like family. They only want good things for you, and they're going to help you be in a brighter, happier state of mind. And this is the Venerable's wisdom talk today.
Sadhu. All right, before we receive the blessing from the monks, let's bring our mind back to the center of the body.